Away you go, fly away. She's gone, boys.
Dude, she is gone.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna continue working on the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. And as you've seen in the previous video, we knocked out all the body work on this thing, which means we can go ahead and start prepping for a fresh new paint job. We could wet sand the whole entire body of the Jeep, as well as all the new body panels, including the front and the rear bumper. But before we do any of that, what we want to do is actually jump into the interior here, because it is super filthy and we do want to give it a nice clean. And also, as for the new piece that we spliced in there, that's the new inner quarter panel piece. It's going to need a little bit of primer, as well as some red paint, probably out of the rattle can. So I say let's just go ahead, jump inside, not waste any time, and just get straight to work. Dang, son, that right there cleaned up nice, didn't it?
Oh yeah, dude, it took all the little rust away, and what that rust is actually from is that that grinding dust and stuff like that. It got a little wet, got a little bit of moisture, and it actually started rusting, but as you can tell, it's just surface rust, and it came completely out with the brush. We're trying to get most of it with the vacuum cleaner as well, but this thing is a little struggling right now. I think the filter is just completely clogged because it's getting pretty dang hot at the top, so.
Turn that sucker on for me.
I mean, it's not even blowing like the air out like it should be.
And
so
it's letting out some sort of stank, to be honest with you, out of this side. Do you want to just pop it open and see what's going on in there?
Let's see what's going on with the filter.
Hey,
you know?
Viewer discretion is advised right now.
This may be pretty nasty, man. I don't know. When's the last time we changed this
Dude, it's been a while.
Oh, shoot.
We were sucking all sorts of big old pieces that shouldn't have been in there, to be honest with you.
We need to go grab a new filter. So what do you say? Run to a local hardware store and grab a few filters?
Yeah, let's head that way. Probably the Home Depot, and then I think that's all we need. This stuff right here, we just, we like to try new things, and I guess...
Hey, I don't know what that is, but it did the
awesome.
job right
I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. So I guess, yeah, let's run to the Home Depot and we'll go from there.
Let's do it.
Redlining that thing.
This thing just goes, man.
This thing goes. So we just spooled up on over here to the Home Depot, and we got our filters back there somewhere. But dude, this Jeep right here gets the job done as of right now, getting us from store to store.
Hey, it's a pavement princess as of right now, man. We really haven't put it to work, you know what I mean?
That's true, man. We got to take this thing into the mud or into the woods somewhere, but here soon we probably will.
Definitely.
If you're wondering about that. But as of right now, we're gonna head back to the house and just continue cleaning that Trackhawk.
Let's do it.
That right there is about 3 years of detailing history right there.
That's gonna probably, I don't know how long have we owned this sucker right here? This bad boy is years old.
About a couple months, dude. We cleaned the car so many times and we get them so muddy, so that was a quick, probably 2-3 months right there.
Oh yeah, easy, but this new filter should make this thing work way better.
son, this thing is looking spiffy over here, dude.
Way better than it looked before, dude. We finally got this sucker as clean as possible. Took a few things off the floor, and dude, check out the floor, dude. That looks pretty dang crazy.
That is insane. Is that like the frame rail right there?
I think so. I think that's part of the frame rail, just runs across the bottom like that. But dude,
imagine replacing that thing.
that would suck for sure, because you'd have to replace all this stuff, man. I would hate to do that.
That'd be a nightmare, dude. But I'm really liking to see that all that rust is coming out.
All that rust is gone. Like I said, it was just surface rust, so easily wiped off. And we did actually break one thing. Well, we didn't do it intentionally. I don't know what this thing is. What would you call this? It was sitting underneath the driver's seat. As you can tell, look inside there, dude. It's like corroded in there.
That's weird. It's just one plug that got corroded, and one of the little pins actually broke, right?
Yeah, the pin, when I pulled it out, it pulled out with it. So we're definitely gonna have to order one of these. I don't know exactly what it's for. Maybe it's some kind of tire pressure sensor or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's a good guess right there. Hopefully it allows us to still start this sucker up and drive it around, because then that means no launching means no ripping. No ripping means no driving. What if it don't even
start at all? What if this is like the key reader or something like that? You know, could be that.
Crazy right there. But I guess we're just gonna have to find out later when we put this stuff back together. But what's the next thing that we're gonna do?
I say let's just go ahead and throw that floor back in here and get on the inside and prime that stuff in.
All right, so right before we were about to jump into the Trackhawk interior and get to priming and all that good stuff, curiosity got the best of us, and we just took this sucker apart and we found out what it is. And this is actually called transfer case controller module.
Yeah, transfer case control module. And we just took this thing completely apart and pulled out one of these bad pins, and we're gonna look in this old cop car, which is still a Dodge. It should have, I mean, this thing doesn't have the transfer control module because this is a rear-wheel drive.
This is a rear-wheel drive.
If it was an all-wheel drive, it might have had this whole entire unit.
Dang, son.
They're coming over here to check out what we're doing, man. We're just out here, you know, working. But we're gonna try to find like a connection or something on this thing. That way we can actually pull one of these little pins out and then shove it back in here.
Yeah, because we really need to fix that, because we honestly don't know if the Trackhawk will function without it.
Oh yeah, and it's like, I think this thing is like pretty expensive too. You checked it out or
Actually, it wasn't too bad, but it was up there. It's 162 bucks, and they got it in stock. So that's a good thing. If it comes down to it, we'll just run up there and get a new one. But if we can fix it, it shouldn't be too hard to. If we can locate a pin, then we'll be able to fix it.
I'm sure we will. I mean, this is a Dodge after all. So I'm gonna go ahead and look through here and see what I can find.
Hey y'all, what's quacking? Did you get one of them? Dude, them suckers are loud, man.
They're loud, man. But I just went ahead and caught this one sunbathing over there, so just picked it right up.
Dang, dude, they're growing so fast, man. Away you go, fly away. Lay some eggs. Are they laying eggs yet?
I don't know, man. I haven't checked it out. Maybe there's 50 of them over there.
I don't know. Mom and Pop take care of that. But as of right now, we looked around all over the place and we can't seem to find a module. I guess we're just going to keep looking. And if we can't find one here, we'll go elsewhere.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so everything is finally put back together, including the new pin into that little computer module. And
yeah, we actually pulled one out of that Dodge. We found some kind of, I think it's just like the monitor for that other Dodge, and we found some kind of pin similar. Hopefully it works, because we just put that sucker in. It's a little bit short, but I believe it actually still clipped in.
Yeah, you want to just see if this thing will at least fire up. We just plugged up the battery. If it'll start up That's gonna be a good sign, I guess, right?
It'll start up and go into gear, you know,
Ooh,
because ain't that
yeah.
like...
That's for the transfer case. I don't know if it'll
So
have any...
we won't even know until probably our dash is in, but
Yeah.
let's at least see if it'll start up.
Dude,
Ready?
hopefully it fires up. Let's do it. Woo-wee!
No problem. Let's go. Let's see if this thing will go in reverse.
Oh,
no
we're good,
problem,
man.
No problem. Go forward, backwards. Good.
Yeah, so we really don't know if that module is 100% fixed, but I guess, like you said, we'll find out once we put the display on and all that good stuff. But what do we got going on in here?
The next thing that we're going to do is actually hop onto the back first, see if we can like scuff that down a little bit and actually spray a little bit of primer throughout all this stuff, because as you can tell, there's some spot welds all over here too, where this molding is at. We're probably going to just go ahead and scuff it real quick, make sure everything's nicely prepped, and then pull this off, maybe do a little bit of taping and stuff like that, and spray some primer.
And then some red paint as well,
Yeah,
right?
and then we got that rattle can paint, so we'll just spray this sucker in and it'll look almost OEM after that. All right, so that is it. Everything is finally primed in and painted, and I mean, it's not a perfect match, but I guess it'll do for the inside, you know what I mean?
Dude, that's good enough for the inside. Something that you're never going to see is going to be covered up for the rest of its life. And the reason why I don't think it's a perfect match is because I guess they don't really throw that much metallics in here or something.
Yeah, it's really not as much metal. I mean, it's like 50% of the metallics that the actual paint has, because that metallics is just insane. It's just like straight metallics. This thing is just like half of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Not enough metallics, but you know what? I think that'll do just fine.
Oh yeah.
What are we? Next thing that we're gonna do on the interior here is actually what?
We gotta go ahead and actually spray, not spray, we can go ahead and shoot some foam right along these edges over here on the inside, along every single seam over here, because as you know, that's the original foam and it's not actually sticking to this. We just left it there, that way it can sit back in its original spot. So we're just gonna go along the edges and just put some foam there, and this stuff should dry out pretty dang quick. It does it in like 10 seconds, so we gotta like kind of hurry up and do every single one of them, because this thing's gonna dry. We're gonna have to like change the tip out or something like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and foam this ceiling out, and I think that'll be it for the interiors.
Dang, son, dude, that stuff right there is crazy.
Dude, I had to do all those rows in under 10 seconds, which was pretty dang crazy to do, but as you can tell, it completely filled all the rows, and it's already dry, which is insane. And as you can tell, it's already sticking to these rails right here, so this roof is basically 100% complete now.
You can officially say it's 100% done with that freaky foam. You know, they got that crazy glue, but this right here is some freaky foam,
freaky foam. But as you can tell, I mean, this is it for the interior, unless, oh, one more thing. I did remember these holes right here that run along these edges. We're gonna have to put like some rib nuts or rib certs in there, whatever you call them, because I believe our roof rails screw down to them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we're gonna have to buy like some 10 millimeter, whatever they're called. I don't really know, but after that, dude, we should be done with the roof.
Yeah, the roof is gonna be 100% done after that. But before we actually get out of the interior, what we need to do is actually clean up all these wires right here. We can screw them back into place because that's it. That's pretty much it. Everything is gonna start going back together
quick, dude.
And then after we get these wires on, I guess we'll just jump onto the exterior, do some stuff out there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and reorganize these things and jump on the exterior.
All right, so check that out, guys. All the wires are finally back in place. We figured out where every single wire goes, which is awesome. We thought it was gonna be a little bit more difficult, but all this stuff was time consuming just to get up to this point, you know.
Hey, just to get the interior clean took a couple hours because, dude, there was so much metal shavings in there from drilling, grinding, cutting, and all that stuff, man. But, dude, check that out, dude. It is basically ready for the interior, man.
Ready for the interior. I mean, yeah, definitely that detailing did take the longest, and then that what we had to do just to prep the
prime
paint.
and paint, dude. But dude, it's starting to look good, dude.
It's starting to look good, and as you said, it's ready for the interior. But as we mentioned before, we're gonna hold off on that interior until we paint because we don't want any overspray getting on the Alcantara, that leather.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Because it's just bound to happen. You know, it can slip through any crack or
dude,
crevice.
There's so much. Just look at the inside. Look how much holes there is. There's like millions of them everywhere.
Yeah, so we were just actually about to jump onto the exterior and start wet sanding and start preparing for a fresh new paint job. But we did mention a while back that we are going to be selling the GTR, and we had a ton of people actually interested in it, and we finally got a serious buyer that's coming out here tomorrow. I guess let's just walk over there and look at that sucker.
Dude, let's go, man.
We gave it a wash this morning, and
this may be the last time we see this thing, dude. You know what I mean?
I actually ripped it this morning, and now I miss it again. I don't know if I want to sell it, dude.
Dude, might not let it go, honestly, man. But we're giving it away for a killer price, dude.
Killer deal. So I don't think we should do anything else to it, but we're just gonna do like some polishing to this trunk lid right here because it did fade a little bit.
Yeah, the sun doesn't got the best of it. Look at that, dude. I'm sure we can actually just get the buffer to it, probably sand it down with like a 3000 and just polish it right out.
Yeah, see if we can get that sucker shiny again. If it comes down to it, what are you thinking? Throwing some clear coat tonight?
Hey, we can easily throw the clear coat on it. I mean, it's not that big, just 600 that whole thing, and throw some clear, man.
After we do that, we'll probably even polish out these tips. As you can see here, look at that. Ooh, man.
Dang, man. Them suckers are dirty.
They need to be polished.
We need to get them back to gold.
We need them golden again because I guess these twin turbos right here spit. Does this one spit flames?
Oh yeah, definitely got a video of this thing spitting flames, but I don't know. I'd have to look for it. But
yeah, I mean, this thing is a beast. It's tuned. It's got the wheel set up. It's lowered. I just love how this thing looks. But you know what? It's got to go because we're gonna move on to bigger and better things.
Dude, some awesome things coming here soon, dude.
Amazing things coming. But I guess let's just go ahead and try to knock out these little things because the buyer will be here tomorrow in the morning, and we just want this thing to pop, I guess, you know what I mean? And then after that, we'll get back onto the Trackhawk.
Dang, son.
Dude, look at that, man.
Dude, that looks like we just threw some clear coat on it, dude.
It does. It honestly polished out or buffed out a lot better than I thought, and it is nice and shiny. Looks practically brand new.
Dude, looks better than when we got it, man. We should have did this a long time ago. I mean, just check that out,
dude. This right here reduces the air friction or the air
way
resistance.
faster. 10 horsepower.
More horsepower, everything in between. The tips alone are giving it probably about 35 horsepower.
Man.
Just because of how gold they are. They look like they're shooting flames.
Dude,
right
I almost forgot we had gold tips brakes, they were black for such a long time because of the turbo spooling all the time.
Dude, this whole entire rear end looks absolutely amazing right now. And when you crank it up, it sounds amazing and all that good stuff. This is exactly how I'd want to roll up if I was buying a GTR,
dude,
man.
for sure, dude. This thing is clean all the way around, dude.
But
it's ready, man.
Dude, it's ready to go. But I guess we're just going to have to find out tomorrow if dude actually shows up. What if it's a no-show?
Dude, that would kind of suck. We'd just go ripping in a clean GTR.
Exactly, yeah. So we'd probably just go ripping around town and show it off for ourselves or something like that. But anyways, I guess we're just going to have to catch you guys tomorrow and see what happens. All right, so it is the next day here, and the buyer should be at the bank in a couple minutes here. But this is the last time that we're probably going to see this GTR. Let's just go ahead and check out the interior, I guess, because we showed you guys the exterior already. Interior is fresh and clean. Exterior is sparkly clean. Sucks that we're getting rid of it, but you know what? It's for the better. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to record the whole entire process at the bank just for privacy reasons. But let's just go ahead and head that way and see what happens. She's gone, boys.
Dude, she is gone, and sad to see her go, but love to see her drive away.
I mean, I kind of having second thoughts right now, but there's no going back.
Dang, look at that thing.
Oh, dude.
This sounds so good. This sounds so good.
It sounds amazing, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll get another one in the future.
Maybe, hopefully.
All right, so we are finally back home, and that is gonna be all for the GTR. That sucker is gone to a new home, and that is pretty much gonna be a wrap for the Trackhawk video today as well. We got a lot of work done, and we kind of just running out of time, so we're just probably gonna have to continue in the next one. But with all that being said, make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything, and also be sure to give us a follow on Instagram where you can get an inside scoop there before YouTube. And you might have noticed our brand new hat here. We got it in the camo and also got the Super Fire logo up on the front, and honestly, there's not very many of them, so these are very limited. And if you want to copy one and help support your boys, definitely be sure to visit goonzquad.com. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.